we're gonna just quickly do the extrusion of this. I think the inner one is really, really easy, right? Most people are gonna be able to say, look, I wanna extrude, I'm gonna click both these guys, I'm gonna extrude both of those all the way, and remember, through the plate, right? So these ones are going all the way through. So here we go. I'm gonna extrude that guy and that guy, enter, all the way through. And I was telling a couple people, I always leave this long. Two reasons. I think last week when we talked a little bit about this on Ortho 7, that was like that weird angular plate, I said that it is a lot easier to click them. Number two, it stands out as a thing that I have not subtracted yet. Okay, if I extrude these guys this 0.75, right? Now, as I'm looking at them, is that a subtracted hole or an unsubtracted hole? Right? But you don't really know because it's going to look exactly the same. Like if I go and subtract this, right? I do this one. Can you tell now? Right? But like one is subtracted and one isn't subtracted. And it gets really difficult. So like I said, what I would do is I would say, look, if I'm going to get rid of something, I'm always going to extrude it long. Just as kind of like a red light that, hey man, you haven't done this thing yet, make sure you subtract that thing. Okay. So at that point, like I said, we're going to subtract from this plate, enter these two guys. So we're going to get rid of those. Good with that one?
Yep.
So these other two guys are going to be a similar process. And this is something we haven't really done a lot of yet. So I'm going to extrude these two big circles, right? But I'm only going to extrude them down. Remember, my depth is 0.25. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to extrude this one and this one. Enter, and I want to go down into the plate. This is kind of the, I don't want to say most important part, but you know, there's people that go up and then they're like, I can't subtract it. I don't know what happened. You're going to go down into the plate, but this time instead of just going way down, I'm actually going to enter a value. So I have these guys selected. You see that? I'm going to make sure I'm going the right way, and I'm going to type 0.25 because that's how far I want these to go down. So they should look like that, I hope. You can kind of see them below the surface. Okay?
And then you subtract.
Yep. Okay. So once I have them going down, the process is exactly the same. I'm going to subtract those two big circles out of the base plate. So subtract from the base plate, enter, just select on those two big circles, enter. So you should get something, I hope, that looks kind of like that. So in material, that's going to look something like this. So again, you can kind of see those two holes, the bottom of them is flat, common board.